Hey guys, this is Tom. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something fun. We are going to feed the western hingeback tortoises some night crawlers. And this is Brownie. Look at her go. Look at her go at that worm. What's so cool about hingeback tortoises is that they're omnivorous. And they are just wired to eat things like worms, millipedes, and even tiny little snakes. We're going to feed them all today. All the big ones. So the 2-year-olds and all the adults. Brownie is my best producing girl. Enjoy your meal, Brownie. Okay, here's our newest western hingeback. This is Heidi. I have never fed Heidi an earthworm since I've had her, almost for a year, so let's see what happens. There she goes. She recognizes it. She sees the movement. Bam. Got it. Easy. They just know how to eat worms. This is something they do in the wild. It's part of their natural behavior. I don't give a lot of earthworms. I should do more. And there's actually a very interesting paper that shows that these animals during the dry season switch from plant matter to animal matter. There's just not green around, so they can catch animals. And that's what they eat for several months during the dry season. Okay, here is Brownie. This is the longest tortoise that I've owned. I got here in the year 2000, so it'll be 23 years. I know this girl loves night crawlers. But something really interesting is going to happen here because, well, let's watch. Notice how she knows to go after the head. Oh, then she sees something. She sees the camera. I don't know if she thinks the camera is the worm, or she thinks the camera is like another turtle trying to take the worm away from her. But she is not wasting any time. This is a great tortoise. She does not produce eggs quite as well as Blondie. In the past 2 years, I've only gotten 3 animals from this girl that hatched, but yeah, I love this tortoise. 22 years with 1 animal. Here's a captive bred adult that I have. This is Rocket. Rocket is super active, really rambunctious, has an amazing personality, will just attack about anything, is a fast mover, and so it was no surprise that he dug into this worm. You can see a little bit of pyramiding. That's how we know that this is most likely a captive bred individual. It started pyramiding from the beginning. Unfortunately, I don't know its origin. However, it was living in New Jersey before it came to me. Rocket is the father of most of my hatchlings. He's sired over 25 animals at this point. Great tortoise. He enjoyed that worm. Okay, next up is Shelmer. Shelmer is Brownie's mate. Shelmer is a cool, chill tortoise. Yeah, he didn't eat for about 6 weeks when I first got him, but he's a great eater now. He goes right after this worm. It can get a bit messy, can get a bit ugly, but it's nature. to see you, Shelmer. more. Now let's move on to some of the captive bred westerns. These guys don't have names, although one does have a name. And guess what? I have not fed these animals worms since they were really, really little. Over 2 years, they've not had a worm, but they know exactly what it is. Now, he got a little disturbed. I think he thinks that I was the worm, or I was someone trying to take it from him. Watch him recognize that there's a worm right next to him. Isn't that cool? What great sideways vision they have. And then he tackles it with gusto. Eats that worm up. You'll see these worms start to get kind of gross with lots of substrate covering them, but that does not bother me one bit. Just love to watch them be assertive and eat that food. They know there's some urgency there, as opposed to eating lettuce or greens. They're pretty slow, they're pretty deliberate. They know these guys could possibly get away if they don't eat the animals quickly, or perhaps another tortoise could steal their meal. Very nice job. I love that particular animal. It's a nice 2-year-old male. Next up is the biggest 2-year-old. He's not going to be quite as aggressive, but he still knows what he's doing. He knows this is food and takes quite a bite. What's interesting is that they know where the head is, and they go for the head. The worms might trick them at first by wiggling their tail a little bit, but they're destined to go for that head and eat the worm. He's going to get a little extra fiber with this meal. My substrate is peat moss and some play sand. This particular play sand has a little bit larger size grains than your typical white play sand. I like it. It's a little bit more natural. This one doesn't really know what to do. It gets a little confused. And yeah, if my food were covered with substrate, I probably would be confused too. Is it the substrate I'm tasting, or is it the worm? What exactly am I eating here? It's at this point where I kind of wise up and say, you know what? I can just put the camera on the ground. Yeah, not a great meal, tasting wise, but a little extra fiber never hurt anybody. He would eventually go on to eat this worm, but it took him a while. Okay, this is a tortoise that we gave a name. It's the third one that we hatched ever, and its name is LeBron James. And you'll notice that the top of the carapace has a little dip in it. This is the only animal that developed like that. He's gonna take his time. But I love the lighting in this shot. It's really quite nice. LeBron. There we go. Once they commit, they go quick. It's just really fun to watch these animals eat. I've been feeding them for 2 years. All of them. I have 6 remaining from a group of 21 that I hatched in the year 2020. Yeah, that was the first year of COVID. It was a really, really great year. You know, I love these Western Hingebacks, and they make really good pets. They're super interesting. They're active, they're friendly, they like people. You can get to know the animal, you can get to bond with the animal. So if you are interested in working with these, I do have some available at turtlesandtortoises.com. I will also have some available later on as well. I've got some hatchlings, they just need to get a little bit bigger. But they really make very interesting tortoises. We want more people to work with them. We want people to breed them. So thank you to those people that are working with them, and give these a try. If you really like tortoises, I think the Western Hingeback will be fascinating. It's a little bit of a change, but there's enough familiarity there that you'll be comfortable working with these tortoises. This is a great way to end, because look at that worm, got the best of the tortoise. She dropped it, and then she's back to town. I found that we can sex these at about 2 years. Some animals, a year and a half. They have pretty fast life cycle times for tortoises. And these guys will probably be breeding at age 4 if they continue on the same growth path. They're just super fun, super cool animals. I really, really do ask you to consider them. Both Jeremy Thompson and I have them for sale. So thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. I offer one video every week and a lot of shorts. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks again, and have a great day.